I have finally returned to My Hero Academia manga chapter reviews / spoiler reviews. Now, the last time I did a manga chapter review was like 330 something when the fight with Shigaraki versus Star and Stripe. That was like the last time. And it's not like I hated My Hero Academia. I just was like, doing the whole spoiler review stuff was like draining me. Like I was up at like 1 a.m. uploading fast as I possibly can to get any viewership. We'll see if any viewership happens with this video. But usually when I cover manga, it's like bad luck. Like as soon as I start covering it, the manga's about to end. And literally with My Hero Academia, you can kind of tell that with this chapter, they're speeding things up. This is the finale of Deku versus Shigaraki. I remember I started covering the manga a little bit more when they fought during the war after Shigaraki injured Bakugo. And it's been a lot of slander towards Bakugo. I mean, not well, Bakugo and just My Hero Academia's writing for a while after damn near 40 chapters have passed since the last time I talked about My Hero Academia. And even seeing RDC World 1 making videos talking about how people have been talking crap about My Hero Academia. I still love My Hero Academia, but there's still stuff I can like talk about. But I guess the basis of this is like a continuation of Deku versus Shigaraki. And seeing Deku in full-on Aang, Avatar: The Last Airbender, he's got all the he's got all the nature, he's got all the quirks on some Korra stuff, because I know people don't like Korra. I like Korra. And yeah, man, Deku's in his bag in this. To see him like actually use all the quirks, and we finally get the reveal of his last quirk from the second user, because a lot of people kept on thinking that Bakugo is like the son or the grandson or some bloodline, or that's the second user's Bakugo in the future. Nah, son. None of those things. But yeah, we last saw that Deku was raging out yet again, going into that like, I don't know, like Venom-esque state. We had like those like symbiote eyes, and now he's able to control that along with having this like badass like black whip like scarf at the same time. Like, even though I like how RDC World always try to say that this dude's always crying, but the eyes, because you can see through him, looks like he's kind of crying, but it's not really. But overall, Deku is doing his mother effing thing. Like, first of all, in the last chapter, he blitzes the hell out of Shigaraki after Shigaraki has been bullying everyone, from Mirako only having one limb. Okay, I'm starting to feel racism. Like, first it was sexism, because you kill off every sexy female character except Mount Lady, and then now you got Mirako where she only got one leg. It's like, can we get like some rewind? Because she just does not deserve having one leg. Granted, all the covers with Mirako involved, she has all her limbs, but it's like, yo, then all the heroes are defeated. The only one that was able to stand up was Lemillion, and let's not even talk about how Lemillion like showed off his like butt to like distract Shigaraki. Again, people are really mad about this, saying this is the death of Shigaraki's Lemillion's character. But like, again, Lemillion's fast. He has like a very broken quirk, but like, he's only a normal guy who lifts weights. Like, he's not like that super physically strong enough to fight someone, where Shigaraki's been claiming for the longest time that his strongest Prime All Might. It's really, I guess, frustrates me because Prime All Might is such like a top tier character, has all this hype, and now you have Shigaraki, where again he's already being nerfed because you have Eraserhead using his quirk with another student to make sure that he can't use his like not cremation. That was the thing that people thought that Dabi had for a while time, but use his like ability where he can like erase people as soon as he touched them. Like, it's just kind of insane that this is a nerf Shigaraki, and he can't even decay people. And he's like out here claiming that he's strong as Prime All Might, beating up everyone. But it feels so good seeing that Deku finally shows up with Fajin, all this stuff going on, and just whooping this man's behind, bro. And when we go into 368, sorry, I had to kind of do a recap because, man, I missed the Dabi versus Shoto fight. I missed Endeavor doing badass work against All For One. I missed a lot of that stuff, and All For One being back in his prime, even though he's on like a time limit. But yeah, we're seeing Deku finally in like his Naruto Sage Mode Fighting Pain era, where he's like taking on Shigaraki like blow for blow. And we finally see the second user's quirk, which is called, let me see if I can find it here. It is called, the transmission, and it works a lot like Luffy's gears, funny enough. Like he has like transmission 1, 2, 3, 4, then overdrive, like where he's low-key fighting like a Dragon Ball character, where he's like using its transmission low-key, but the way the quirk works is that he can control the speed of like whoever he's touching. So he can like speed up Shigaraki, slow him down, and even the first user states that Deku at this point is using like 120% of One for All. And not even to mention that he's not even using 100% of full cowling yet. It's insane how strong Deku has become. And like, imagine 100% Fajin, using 100% full cowling, and then using this transmission stuff overdrive. Like, he pretty much surpassed All Might at that point, Prime All Might. Granted, I'm still hoping for a flashback of Prime All Might versus One for All. Hell, there's even like a theme, or not, like a theory of, is Eri gonna like or Ari, is it Ari, whatever. People get mad regardless. I mess up names all the time. That she's gonna rewind All Might to fight Prime All for One or something. I don't know. I just want that flashback. But we even get some more interesting stuff with Shigaraki, because last chapter, Deku even states like, yo, is Shigaraki still in there? And All for One says that he's the more dominant personality, but the chapter like shows that Tenko, like Shigaraki's original personality before he kind of like lost his mind a bit, is still in there. So like, we kind of know that this is going to lead towards Deku like saving Tenko from inside, and then like we're going to have like a final battle of like Shigaraki and Deku teaming up together to fight him. I don't really know. I think probably that's how it's going to work. But they're also saving Bakugo, because I got to talk about Bakugo, right? Listen, I know this is like a 368 thing, but like, listen, I don't care how much you're a fan of Bakugo. You're one of those that's like mad crazy about the whole Bakugo Deku thing, when it's pretty obvious that Deku's going to end up with a Chaco. You know, those type of things. Like, it reminds me of Naruto, when people thought Naruto was going to end up with Sasuke, when it like made no damn sense outside of like, you know, weird ecchi stuff and like that one dumb scene at the beginning of the series. But like, Bakugo's return was done so terribly. Him like dying, then like literally edge shot making up his ultimate move right on the spot, and then like a random bubble being able to like like make sure he doesn't like contaminate Bakugo's body. Then you got like Best Genius out here using his dirty jeans to like keep the wounds from bleeding out. Just sloppy work. But I think this fight here has been some amazing stuff, and I can't wait to see more of it. Like, seeing Deku do his thing has been incredible. But it really wonder, are they going to go back to like what's going to happen with like Dabi? Like, is Dabi going to fight Endeavor now? Because Endeavor is like down to literally like, you know, he lost a limb. Now he's just like a firearm and stuff. So like, is that going to continue? Because you would think that maybe Shoto will finish the fight, but they've been hyping up Dabi versus Endeavor for the longest time. And do you feel like right now they're currently rushing stuff? Because the fact that Shigaraki / All for One is claiming that if Deku doesn't beat him in 5 minutes, it's like, it's over. It really feels like we're clicking down, because the mangaka just said that this series is going to end this year. So I don't know, man. As a person who dealt with like Toriko feeling like it was being rushed, to feeling like even with Demon Slayer, if you read the manga, some people say it was being rushed, even though they added some extra chapters. But like, I just know with my luck, as soon as I start covering a manga, it usually ends pretty soon. But again, let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to cover more My Hero Academia stuff. I know this is like 30% to 40% me covering chapters I missed, then the other like 50 to 60% is me actually covering the actual chapter. But this, I just love big fights, okay? Like, I remember I came into One Punch Man because of Saitama versus Garo, and now I'm finally seeing the big fight of like Deku pretty much in his prime right now versus Shigaraki. But again, Shigaraki, once he like gets Eraser to stop erasing his quirk and he's able to use the K and all his actual quirks, I think he's gonna like eventually start overpowering Deku, unless Deku uses 100% of full cowling and everything like that. Because I think Deku is gonna end up being the strongest character in the verse. I just wish that we freaking saw a flashback. But again, if they have a movie of like Prime All Might versus All for One, that'd be great. Because if we're like literally at the end of it, of this series, we're not going to get that flashback. And that breaks my freaking heart. But again, I think Deku and Shigaraki are the strongest characters in the verse right now. The fact that they're claiming that Deku can use 120%, I felt like they're leaning towards Deku being able to use 200% of One for All with the 100% full Cowling and Fajin. But at this point, I'm kind of repeating myself though. But let me know in the comment section down below if you want more My Hero Academia manga chapter reviews. Let me know any theories, or you think how this is going to go down. Do you think Baka is going to do the Heroes Rising thing where you have Bakugo and Deku both using One for All? I think it would be kind of cheap to do that again, because I think the movies are pretty much canon, because you know they already use a lot of stuff from the movies. But again, if it happens, whatever. I know Bakugo fans are kind of crazy, so is what it is there. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. SonTJ, peace. Love you all. I am back on my grind. Hopefully I can keep making videos for y'all consistently.